What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you all tuning in as always. Before we get into today's shenanigans, if you're new to the channel or if you're just lacking, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. People are subscribing, fellas. You might as well do it too, or ladies and fellas, I should say. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Join in on the fun, guys. Let's get to today's video. So we're back at it, boys, and we are basically on the home stretch of this portion of the 05 Cummins build. Now, if you're new to the channel, I urge you, go back, check out some of my previous uploads. There's some good ones back there, I promise. But get caught up with where we're at today, so you're not behind. You kind of know what we got going on. If not, no hard feelings. I appreciate you checking out today's video nonetheless. So, like I say, we're on the home stretch. We've basically got the hard part behind us. Hard part, I say that now. But from the top end up, basically everything is new, in addition of some other added new parts. With that being said, we're basically to the bolt and go section or portion of this build. We've got a whole bunch of little knick-knack stuff that I kind of want to touch base with you guys on as we're throwing the truck back together. Now, we're not going to get it started in today's video because I do have a couple more things. I've still got to run down a starter because I don't think I'm going to get my hands on one of those XDP wrinkle starters. But I'll just run to the parts store and get one of those. But we've got a pretty badass remedy for that old piece of junk up there. And I want to make a video going over that with you guys. So we'll probably start the truck in that video, I would say. So we've got plenty to go over for the time being. And I want to take my time, kind of go over everything. But as you guys can see, just about everything here is to replace just about everything here, minus our injector supply lines, because those are basically brand new. But I'll touch base on that. But so let me decide where exactly I want to start at, you guys. But we'll just start knocking all this out. I plan on having all of this stuff in the truck by the end of today's video. So let's make that shit happen. Now, so you guys bear with me just a little bit, because like I was saying, we are still missing a couple little parts. Like we've got our rocker box gasket in the mail, but we haven't got our new valve cover gasket in the mail. And we are missing, oh yeah, we got a different fuel filter delete. We're going to do away with this one. Found one I like a little bit better, so we're missing it as well. So there's going to be some stuff in between that we're not going to have installed yet. But like I say, guys, an in-depth build like this, whenever you're replacing so damn much, it's going to be kind of hard to nail everything on the head as you go along the way, or to knock out everything at once. That's hard, especially whenever you got all these little bitty things, you know what I mean? But so, I think what I'm going to do first, before I throw my rocker box on and all that, before I get into that, I'm going to go ahead and install this new hardline fuel return, and that's what bolts up to the back of the head and then routes down to your fuel filter delete, and then goes to your factory return, which is that one right there. Pick a finger, that one right there. But so these hard lines are provided by our guys at Pure Diesel Power. It's the only place I could really find any of these at a reasonable rate anyway. But so this is the one that runs back behind the head. Can't really see it. Yeah, you can. It's that part number you can barely see. They covered it up for some reason, but this is a Mopar replacement line. There's the part number. And we've also got the line that runs from your CP3 right here and supplies your rail right here. Also from Pure Diesel Power. And there is your part number right there. So we're just gonna install these bad boys real fast. I'm not gonna go into too much detail with these. We're just gonna bolt them up and I'm gonna show you guys what they look like routed. But like I say, this one does go to our fuel filter delete, or if you're still running a fuel filter, it'll run right in line with it. But so it's still gonna be hanging a little bit there, not a big deal. But let me throw them in real fast. By the way, we are replacing all of our washers, sealing washers with copper O-ring washers. So I like to use, you can use these little sealing washers, is what I call them. Got the little rubber seal on it, if you will. But this bolt, the banjo bolt that goes behind the head, it does have two different sizes. One bigger and then one a little bit smaller. So we're gonna get to snaking back behind this thing, see if we can't get it snugged up. So that's what these bad boys look like, loosely fitted. We got both of them loosely fitted. Still got that banjo bolt loose back there. So we can get everything lined up properly with our fuel filter delete. Probably could have just left this one out, but I wanted to go ahead and throw it on anyway. Also, I threw a new map sensor in here as well. Our old one was getting a little crusty. There's a part number if you guys want to check it out as well. I know they can be kind of hard to come by as well, and especially if you're on a budget or anything of the sorts. Now, so we're gonna move on. We picked up a new Bosch replacement fuel rail, and it is brand spanking newbie, as you guys can tell. I mean, this thing is freaking tits. This is provided by our guys at Diesel Power Products. Go check them out. They offer a great service as well. I don't know what all is on here. They got blogs and stuff like that, but go check them out. They even offer fast shipping if you need to get shit done on a weekend. Now, a lot of people, they're not going to go as far as replacing their fuel rail, but whenever it comes down to problems with your fuel rail, it's typically with your relief valve. If you've got like a popping sound or something of the sorts, whenever your truck is idling, it can be that relief valve there. You could have popped the valve open or ruined the valve, whatever you want to call it. But a quick, easy way to figure that out, go ahead, pop your banjo bolt off, and if you've got fuel kind of sitting in here, you've popped your valve and you need a new fuel pressure relief valve. But whenever you go to replace that bad boy, you'll find that a true OEM, not remanufactured or some Chinese Amazon junk, is going to cost about the same as this entire setup. So that's why I recommend, if you're going to replace that pressure relief valve, go ahead, pick up the whole fuel rail assembly, because it all comes together. It comes with a new pressure relief valve, comes with a new fuel pressure sensor, everything brand new, nice and clean. Because as you guys can see, we replaced, of course, both sensors on this bad boy as well, but this thing has seen better days. We threw a coat of paint on it a while back and it just didn't hold up because all the diesel on it. But just it really got to me. It's really grind my gears. If there was anything to grind my gears, this is it. Looks like absolute shit. But so we're doing away with this bad boy. We, of course, got to keep our banjo bolt, but we're gonna throw some new copper O-ring washers on here. But all right, you guys are probably wondering if you've popped or if you've ruined a pressure relief valve. It's probably going to happen again in the future. If you're running a Smarty or if you're running a pressure box, anything to increase your rail pressure, it's probably going to happen again. But there's a couple remedies. You can get a pressure relief valve block off, so you can just block it off in its entirety, or you can get a dual feed set up. I think Industrial Injection, I think they offer a dual feed setup, so you guys can check it out if you want. But there's a few remedies to it, especially if you're going to be running added rail pressure. So that's my little spiel on this new Bosch fuel rail. So I'm just going to go ahead. It's just 3 bolts. We're going to grab our new bolts over here, and we're just going to go ahead and throw this bad boy in here. Once we get it bolted up, we can go ahead and fasten down this hard line here, but we're still going to have to wait on that one. But we can go ahead and start throwing in our injector supply lines as well. So like I say, this is all stuff. This is me talking more or less, trying to make a video for you guys. But this stuff is go, 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 go. Once I start doing all this, it's go, go, go. But had a couple things I want to touch base. We'll look over these. We'll look over that. Kind of check out stuff along the way. There she is, all bolted down, tightened up. Oof. I mean, my God, big oof. That's so damn sexy. Good Lord. Really gets me going. But so like I say, that's simple. 3 bolts, bolted up, good to go. But we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and knock out our injector lines as well. I'm gonna set you guys up on time lapse for this one, and we'll knock them out super fast. If you guys are curious on these, and I think I might clean them up a little bit, but if you guys are curious on these are from my guys at XDP Diesel Performance. Go check them out. They're an awesome provider for these injector lines, even VP injector lines. I've got a set on that truck over there. Absolutely A1. No finagling, no bullshit, no bending, anything. Awesome. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get my air nozzle and some brake clean. I'm gonna blow these bad boys out anyway. While they're out, might as well get anything out of them that I can. But so let's just throw these bad boys in real freaking fast. Definitely one of those satisfying moments, boys. I absolutely love messing with these common rail fuel systems. They're so damn simple, and you can accomplish so damn much with them. From daily driving all the way up to competition build, these common rail fuel systems are the bee's knees. Now, of course, some may argue that the 6.7 common rail system is a little better, because I do believe you get a little bit bigger injector supply tubes and whatnot. But nonetheless, both common rail systems between 5.9 and 6.7, absolutely A1. Now, we've got all of our hard lines minus this hard line here installed. And this is the only one I couldn't run down. It's the one that runs to your CP3 pump right there and comes to your pressure relief valve. I cannot seem to source this damn line, or both pieces I should say. Now, we'll break down and wire wheel and clean this bad boy up. Brake clean, take my blowgun to it. But if you guys can source one of these for me, definitely shoot me an email. Email's always in the description below. Or leave a comment in the comment section, if you will. If you can find one of those, definitely let your boy know. It's the one that runs from the CP3 on up to your fuel pressure relief valve, and it hits your fuel filter. It's got 3 points. But that's okay. Like I say, we're still missing our new fuel filter delete, so we don't have to have all of them installed anyway. But so, before I end the video off, I just want to go over, it's a few different steps, but we're just quickly going to go over the rocker box and everything that we got to do for it before we reinstall it. Now, we're going to yank out our old injector harnesses because we got some new ones, and I'll get to those in just a second. So the harness itself is held down by a 10 millimeter. I switched mine to 10 millimeter. Where are they at? I took one out. I switched mine to 10 mils. I do believe they may be 8 millimeters from the factory. I'm not 100% sure. But your injector harness hold down clips, these bad boys right here. See if I can get one out. I got a couple extra. That's why I can be rough with mine. But so these are actually new because I've had this rocker box off before. And whenever I had all the powder coat done, I went ahead and replaced these clips and all that stuff. But these clips get very, very brittle, as well as your injector harness wires here. You don't have to replace them, but if you're reusing yours, definitely check all the way across and make sure there's no cracks or anything in your sheathing, because that diesel, it will break down. That diesel and oil and everything will break down on these wires, and they'll eventually start to crack. But so, these bad boys here, they get brittle. Do not take one of these little pry tools and start prying away and this and that, because as you can see, they've got a couple little tabs, and you can usually get by without destroying them. Now let me see if I can do this on camera. Take some pliers. You can see each ear kind of hugging top side. See if I can, just like that. Boom. Push it on through. Flip her back over, and boom, you're good to go. And you guys can kind of see how they work. Each wire kind of goes into its spot, and then it closes, and then you can push it down in. Now, if you need some of these, I had some left over from the last project. There's the part number. Go check them out. They are on XDP's website. As always, XDP. They're my go-to. They keep almost everything in stock. I don't know why I'm pointing you guys at the wall. But they keep just about everything in stock. But so once you get all these clips removed, these injector harnesses are just press fit. Let's see if I can do it real fast. Yeah. Of course not. Yeah, there she comes. They're press fit. I got it yanked out. It's just a little O-ring, but you got to kind of feed your wires out at the same time. They're kind of pressed in right there. Boom, just like that. Of course, if you're reusing them, you're not going to want to be this damn rough with yours. It might help you get that bad boy off of there. Come here, honey. Come here, honey. Jesus. It's a mess. There. Boom. Just like that. We're not worried about our gasket right now. We got a new one. I don't recommend flopping and twisting and turning like I am on mine. But so let me, I'm going to yank all these out, and then we'll go over this new stuff, because I want to have some clean gloves for these bad boys. I tried to keep my damn hands clean, but it ain't happening. But this is a perfect example. If it'll focus. Look at that split right there. That very well could have been what was causing our damn hard idle. If you don't have proper voltage going to your injector, your fuel system is not going to be happy. But I was just looking over these and found that little crack right there. There you go. I mean, that's pretty damn big. I don't know if there's any, I haven't really looked over them too vigorously, but that'll do it. And that's a good reason to hit up my guys at XDP. I don't know why it's isn't focusing. XDP, check their website out. I will always plug them, because they have got almost everything at a banging ass price, I promise. But you guys can tell the difference in these bad boys. These wires just look healthy compared to them old fuckers. But so, go under install, it's the exact same as uninstalling. We're just going to lube up our O-ring a touch, as always. Why is this not focusing? We're just going to lube up our O-ring just a touch, as always. And we're going to go ahead and just reinstall every single one of them. Throw in our new gasket. Good Lord. There we go. Throw in our new gasket and reinstall our rocker box, and we may touch base on a couple more little things. I don't know for sure, but I appreciate you guys bearing with me with this video. We're just kind of bouncing around, knocking out a bunch of little stuff. There's not really a straight point to this video, if you will. But so let's knock these bad boys out and keep on chucking. We got her all assembled. We have got a brand new rocker box, if you will. But we got the old gasket ripped out. If you guys are curious of a good rocker gasket part number, can't go wrong with Cummins OEM. There's a part number of your rocker box gasket. Some of those gaskets that you get are a little hinky, and sometimes it's hard to make them fit. But whenever, the only technique I can give you for installing these gaskets is whenever you lay them in, don't start chasing it down with your finger. Try to put it in exactly where it needs to sit at, kind of push backwards, if you will. Otherwise, you're going to run out, or by the time you get to the end, in the middle, you're going to have a little bit extra, or you can maybe not have enough. You're going to have to peel it out, reinstall it, blah, blah, blah. But just make sure everything is in and properly seated, because we don't want to have any oil leaks. But we also, I'm going to try not to get on my gasket too bad. Got all of our injector harnesses in, clipped down, good to go. So now we're just going to take this bad boy as a whole. I'm going to use 2 hands, but we're just going to take it in here and we're just going to snake it back there. We don't have any insulation no more, so we don't have to worry about that bullshit. It's just a fire hazard. If you got insulation and it's falling down, yank that shit out. Just get it out of there. Fire hazard, it's going to get junk in your engine. You don't want it. But you guys can see the bolts, or the holes that hold down your rocker box. Right there, you've got a few long bolts, you've got a couple shorties. The one in the very back is the hardest to get to. I don't know the torque spec offhand right now. I'll put it in the screen right here. But let's get this rocker box thrown on, and I think we'll go ahead and end this one off, boys. There she is, all installed, good to go. I'm gonna leave my injector harnesses, I'm gonna leave them loose from the injectors themselves. We'll do that in the next video, because we've still got several things that we've got to go over. Still got several parts here, still got several parts over on the shelf, but we are cleaning out space. We're getting shit done, and we're on the home stretch, boys. Like I say, next video, hopefully we'll be starting it. But I've got some pretty tit stuff to go over in the next video. If you guys want to stop, pause video, zoom in on that. But this is badass. And of course, another XDP product. But so, go check out XDP.com, guys. Hit them up, let them know your boy sent you. Maybe we can hook each other up in the future. Who knows? But there's everything we got installed today. Looks absolutely killer. So, all right, let me clean up some stuff. I'm gonna catch you guys on the road because I'm heading home to eat some dinner with my boy Max. Well, that's effectively gonna end today's upload, you guys. I hope you enjoyed, as always. I hope you learned something too. Always, at the very least, though, I hope you enjoyed the upload. But so, like I say, as always, you'll check out our guys at XDP Diesel. Also, make sure, smash that subscribe button. We're a growing channel. You guys are going to eat up this content. I'm telling you, future content, current content, go back, check out some old uploads. Smash that big thumbs up, as always. But anyway, so stay tuned for the next upload. Hopefully, the old gray dookie turd will be up and running. Hopefully. Let's see. Yeah. Fingers crossed. I got little Johnny fingers. I got to make myself do it. Fingers crossed, fellas. We get the 05 cranked up in the next upload, which it's not a stretch by no means at all. This depends on what we run into, what parts we're missing, so on and so forth. But that being said, that's gonna do it. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.